Howdy y'all! Thank you for joining us today for this unboxing of a Kickstarter. I've actually had it for a bit. I just wanted to refresh myself with the base game before I went into this unboxing. And I didn't really unbox everything on it yet because I thought it was kind of cool. This is the box it came in, saying it was the Auztralia Big Z box edition. I guess I could have said this is the unboxing of Auztralia. And this is the Big Z box edition. And this was the main outside box. As you can see, I just cut it open and I realized, oh, this might be a box that's kind of cool to keep, whether it just be in the storage unit just because it's got all the looks on it or whatnot. But anyways, just thought I'd just show that. It was kind of a neat little addition. Let's see what's inside of there. Okay, I was thinking it was going to be several little smaller things, but as you can see here, it is the Auztralia Big Z box edition. So I didn't remember this. I remembered it was the expansions, but I didn't remember that it was the big box so that I could fit everything in it. That's awesome, because actually, after replaying this game recently, I'm kind of anxious to see what's in here and see what's up. But as you can see here, if you are new to this, Auztralia is basically, and it doesn't show it on here, but it shows the expansions that are going to be in here. The Revenge of the Old Ones and just map expansions. But and it doesn't really say anything about the number of players and all that stuff because that'd be part of the original game. This is just the expansion. Well, let's take a look at it anyways. But no, I'm hoping for a little more challenge. I mean, the first time I played, we just got stomped. Second time, and so forth, it just seemed a little easy. So I don't know if it was just learning it the first time. And I haven't quite figured out if I like it more co-op or semi-co-op. I'm hoping these expansions will be one of those things to make my mind up for me. Alright, let's go ahead and see what's inside of this. So right off the bat here, it shows the Revenge of the Old Ones rulebook. And this sounds like, just reading this top part, this sounds like it's a 1v all because it says one player masterminds the old ones in their quest for revenge. But you have stronger ports and flexibility. So, oh, I skipped a page there. It's got the components here. It's got the setup. Playing the game, the old one actions. Playing Mythos cards. Then the game end. And then frequently asked questions. Did that say Mythos Solo? I like that it says solo here. Because then that makes me think maybe you can have it play against, to where I'm not real big on 1v all games. Because typically those games tend to make it to where in the 1v all games, it just always feels to me like a lot of times the other players, sorry, I'm hesitating my words. I was trying to think of the best way to word it. It just always feels like there's always, everybody wants to play the one. Nobody wants to play the heroes or the all. Just because it seems like it's funner to play the other stuff. So, I mean, that's one of my things. Maybe it was just other things. But anyways, so that's the one expansion. Then we have the Tasmania expansion, which from what I understand is just maps. But it's even got a solo campaign in here too. So, and I mean, I guess the original did say it could be played solo. I just think it would be really hard solo because I just don't know how you would be able to combat and have enough time to combat everything. So, I don't know. Never tried it solo. Maybe I should. And these look like some art prints for the boxes. Some score sheets where you can see, and I'll give a real closer look at all that. Which does look like, unless there's just something I'm missing there, Oh no, these aren't the regular score sheets. Now I see. They're talking about other ways to get victory points. Because I was going to say, look like a lot more ways to score from the original. And then here we got some, you can tell some new ports, which look like they have some differences to them. Like it looks like maybe you get an extra sanity, and then they have a little bit of defense they could take instead of just immediately being destroyed. And then you got some more victory point markers. And looks like something that maybe makes old ones, or elder ones, I think they're called, stronger. Then it looks like you can build some fortifications also, which are kind of cool. And it looks like more, well, maybe these aren't our fortifications. I don't know. But yeah, probably your fortifications, just some defense, because I don't see why I would let the elder ones build ones. And then these look like some tiles to maybe make. Oh, we got a lot of cardboard here. All right. Let me dish the cardboard. Start doing the cardboard out. I noticed the Tasmania, so maybe it just does some random, because we didn't see a board. So maybe it's just a random setup of the tiles. Is the whole point of the Tasmania? I guess I could have looked through the book to be sure. Because I'm even looking at this, and we saw some, like this one, that doesn't show the sheep on there, so it means, I'm assuming you can't build a sheep farm on that. But you can just see, maybe it changes the way it's set up. So instead, you just randomly put these tiles out there, and they're going to show you what's on them. Actually, one thing I think would be kind of cool is if it's got some type of exploration thing. That way you don't know. You can't just build straight to the resources that you need, because you know those resources are there. And these all been black on the back. I've been checking them as I flip them over. Oh, nope, here's a board. So just look at everything before I start making guesses. So maybe those tiles are just a new way of seeding instead of the old way of seeding. All right, we're going to take a look at this board. So let me zoom out and take a look at these boards. Okay, it's a 6-segment board fold out. I think it's a little smaller than the old board, but it looks like the tiles may be even a little bit smaller. I may be wrong on that. But as you can see, it looks about the same. It's got the same time. It just kind of makes it to where it looks like you can come in from all 4 sides, which can change up things quite a bit. But other than that, it looks like it's got everything else that's about the same. And this is probably what those other tiles are for. Probably a random setup, which is what I was kind of saying, which would be kind of interesting if it could be Explore. I'm sure it's not Explore, though. It's probably you just get to see them. Because the more I think about it, you would have to know which resource you're going for. You don't have a lot of time. So digging out in the middle of nowhere. And then also you can't build on. Yeah, so I'm just an idiot. But we'll see what the rule books say. It might just be me just really liking exploring, but cool. And then, like I said, I forgot all about this being a big box. So what I'll probably do is, after I show you everything in here, when I get back to the shop with Auztralia, I'll put it all in here and at least do a little snippet that I'll put at the end to show how everything goes back in here. If I would have remembered this, I would have brought Auztralia with me. But we can see it's one big. It's not several little smaller trays. It's one big tray. But it does look like there's several smaller trays in here, which just look like they hold some things, probably resources and whatnot. Got a little baggie. Nice little baggie, but I think they've always been nice as long as they at least have the inside to where it doesn't feel like I'm rubbing the skin raw. And then it's got spots where you can see for the all the stuff. Like I said, I'll get it all put in here and we'll take a look at, I'll do a little video, or a little part of the video showing that. Other than that, we just got some cards, which we'll take a closer look at. And then it looks like some type of dividers, which I guess just to divide out these cards. But yeah, we'll take a close look at those. Okay, one thing I forgot about until I was looking at something I'll show you in a second was, I forgot this came in with it. I just been using it for, I already had it for the original, but when I got this in, since lately I've been playing a lot of Arkham Horror, I just forgot about it. I've been using this for the first player marker. So I'll go ahead and show this, and then I'll show what reminded me about this. So inside of it, says it's a limited edition mini Cthulhu. And let me tell you, this thing was sealed. I was using my knife to cut all types of plastic from it. Cthulhu was definitely very well sealed away. All right. Look, and this is exactly like I just knew I had it from the other one. Just like I said, forgot about it. Little baggy. And it's got a little mini metal Cthulhu in there. Which I don't know where you would use this unless Cthulhu comes out. Then you just put the metal Cthulhu on the board, I guess. And now I'll show you what reminded me of it. So I probably won't do a video that shows... Well, this is probably going to fall. So, well, if it does, it does. Probably won't do a video that shows how everything goes in here, because it kind of tells you on the side of the box right here. You can kind of already see there. It shows where the tiles go. Well, let me see if I can do this one-handed. It kind of shows where the tiles go. And it shows, yeah, that the bottom tray that I pulled out there will be the resources and the sanity and the damage from the bad guys. Then it's got the tiles, which you'll know if you played the regular game. Then it's got the extra tiles. These are the victory point markers that you can get from the bad guys. And then the new ones, those new tokens, I'm not sure exactly what those are. And then it shows the cards right there. Then it shows the next layer, which looks all the same, except that extra tray, which they show is for each of the players' stuff. And then this is what reminded me of that. That little box just sits down right in there. And then they show you the next layer, which is still the cards. And then you just put the board on top, the boards on top of that. And then the rule book, and close up the big box. All right, so we got the dividers, which is the showing the revelations. Then we have the people, along with the attack cards. These are the new ones, which I'm assuming one of them is the bad guys playing. And now I'm assuming this means promos or something. Well, did we see one for the people? We did. Because I noticed this little baggie that I had. That's why I didn't open it up yet. I was going to open it up on camera. It says promo pack number 1. So I just noticed that had the same back. And then these are for the solo and 2-player cards. Then we have these, setup reminder, human scoring, old one actions, old one scoring. And there is 5 of those. Then we got these new cards. And just to show you, it's the same artwork. I'm assuming these are just the bad guys you get to put down, but you have to spend a number of time, it looks like, in order to play these cards. Then there's a bunch of cards with these backs. I mean, I recognize a lot of these creatures from Arkham Horror and whatnot. I'm just not sure. Like I said, I'll try it, of course. I mean, I paid for this expansion. I was just hoping, I was wondering what the expansions would add. And I mean, like I said, I'll try the 1v all. I'm just not real big on the 1v all games. And then we got the promo pack here. So let's see what's inside this promo pack. So it says here, promo pack 1, 10 helper cards, 3 new Mythos cards, 3 new solo Mythos cards. So I'm guessing that's what one of these was. One of these was if you're playing solo. which I'm going to assume was that one, and I'm assuming this one's the, if you're playing the bad guy, or the ancient ones. And these are helper cards, it says. And then we have each of those. They let you know the notes on these. Sorry, I had those a little off camera. And the helpers, it says you'd get 2 of these. Basically, kind of reminds me a little bit of the... If you play 2-player, you get like a little bit of a boon or a bonus that you can do. Where basically, like, the last time we played, it made all the sheep farms work double. So, and then these are the ones I'm predicting are the solo. And the promos for the bad guy. But, cool. Alright. We'll see. We'll throw all this in there, see how this changes, if this changes my mind on how the game plays or whatnot. Other than that, thank you for watching, and have a great day.